Welcome back to Virtual Reality. My name is Thomas and you're watching VoodooDE VR. Today I have another hardware review for you. I have the brand new Varjo Aero here, and this is an enthusiast all-round headset. You can play flight simulators with awesome graphics, and you can also play Onward or Half-Life Alyx with that. It has eye tracking and all the equipment inside. So this is gonna be very interesting. It's not very cheap, I can already tell you, but you will see. I will show you a review about everything you are used in my reviews, like the display, lenses, comfort, weight, cable length, and all the stuff. So in the description you have the timestamp, so if you want to skip the unboxing, check out the links in the description below. You can find everything about VR and AR on this channel thanks to my sponsors VoodooDE VR, Oppermann Events, Peter Wasmeier, Virtual Escape, Slim Beats and VR Cover. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go!
VoodooDE.
Okay guys, and before we start the review, let's just do a quick unboxing. If you are not interested in the unboxing, you can find the timestamps in the description below, so you can skip the unboxing. But I will do it quick. So this is a package that only says Varjo, and here on the side it says prototype not for sale. So I will not sell it because I have to send it back. So here we go. This is the headset. I will show it to you a little bit later. Let's just check out what's inside the package here. So let's open that. So here we have what looks like a breakout box. We have a display port and USB, and at the other side, oh, here's a cable for the power plug, and here we have USB-C. Then we have a quick start guide, but I've already seen that this is a little bit strange. Here's a cleaning cloth, and here it says user guide for the XR3 and VR3. It's a little bit strange because it's not the XR3 and not the VR3, but I don't know, perhaps this is a mistake or something like that. We will see. So this box was already opened. This is a prototype, and I'm not sure if the final version will be packed as well like this. So here's the power plug with some adapters for different countries, and this is empty here, and I think this is for the breakout box. So I'm not sure. As I said, it was already opened. So, and now let's check out the headset. Put that to the side. And here we go. This is the headset. Put this on the side. We have our cable here. This is a USB-C to the breakout box. And here's the headset. There's all. No, it's not a. You will see the fingerprints here, but it looks pretty cool. No cameras here at the front. Here are some cooling slots. Here's a button, menu button. I think this is an LED. On the other side we have an audio jack because there's no integrated sound. Here we have the USB-C connector, and of course we have on the other side here are some cooling slots. And here's like the XR3, we have different knobs to adjust it to your head on the side as well, and here and at the back. That's interesting. And also check out the lenses here. They are pretty big, to be honest. And Varjo says it has 115 degrees horizontal field of view. So guys, that's already the unboxing. And let's now jump into the review. Let's talk about the design first. I know this is not so important, but this is black front here, but you can see all the fingerprints here already. I don't know if you can see that. It's just by touching a few times here. But yeah, it's not my favorite one, but yeah, it does its work. So here's some cloth material, I would say. It's gray, and this is black, and we have some cooler slots here and here. And yeah, that looks, I mean, like a normal headset, I would say, without any cameras at the front. This here looks pretty cheap, but it's not. It only looks cheap. It's not cheap because it has a lot of settings here and at the top and at the side here. It also has a leather stuff here and here and at the face gasket here. And also you can see the lenses here. They have a black cover, black surroundings because there is face tracking and stuff integrated. And that's interesting. I mean, design is not very important, but yeah, I just wanted to show you. Let's talk about comfort, weight and cable length. So for the comfort, just look at this head strap. You can open that here at the back with a wheel. Just put it on your head here, cable at the back, then put it on your head with one hand and then use the screw at the back to tighten it, and then use the screw at the top to adjust it on your forehead. And then on the side, use these two wheels to adjust it on your head. So you can even change the, I would say, yeah, like this here. And now it sits perfect on my head, and there is no light leakage because I can adjust it how it sits on my head. It's really cool, and the weight is spreaded over my whole head, and that's awesome. It was the same like with the Varjo XR3 that I showed on my channel, and it's just awesome. It's very comfortable, and no light leakage. When you want to get it from your head, then do it like this. So the weight of this headset is 723 grams. And I think that's just a normal weight. It's not too light, not too heavy. It's just normal, I would say. And the cable length here, from this point, from the back of the headset to the breakout box or the connection box here, is 4.7 meters. And then you have an additional meter from the connection box to the connectors to your PC. So all in all, you have 5.7 meters, and this is totally enough. This is absolutely no problem. And yeah, that's so far to this topic. Okay guys, let's talk about setup and eye tracking. Here I want to link you to my XR3 review from Varjo, because there everything is exactly the same. The software, the setup looks the same and has the same functions, and also the eye tracking is exactly the same. I had a demo there of an airport simulator, and in the description below you will find the link to the exact timestamps for my XR3 video for the setup, the software and the eye tracking. So this is completely similar. But there's one thing I have to mention in the software. In the current version of the software that I have for my review unit, there is a slider missing, and this is the performance slider. They told me from Varjo that this will be included in the release version, and there when you notice, oh, the performance is not good, you can reduce it like 50%, and then this is a global performance. The settings are lowered, and then of course you have better performance. Yeah, that's it. And all in all, I would say the software needs a little bit fixing, because I had some errors there. It said, okay, the software is hung up, and please restart your PC. But that was not necessary, because I just could click on try again, and then it works. It's a strange thing. And the next thing is, when I started SteamVR over the Varjo base, then it said SteamVR is already running, but that was a lie. This is a known problem, but they really need to fix that. Yeah, so that's it for the setup and eye tracking. Let's talk about a very important thing with this headset, display and lenses. So I recorded, of course, through the lens as always. So all the pictures you see are through the lens. And the resolution of this headset is 2880 by 2720 per eye with a dual mini LED LCD. Holy shit. And with 90 Hertz. And I can tell you, this is totally enough. You don't see any pixels. There is no pixel. Even if you concentrate to see the pixel, you don't see. So I can even zoom here. It's just crazy. There are no pixels to see. Perfect resolution. And the only thing with an LC display, of course, are the black levels. Yeah, you see that there's it's a little bit gray. It's not deep black, but this is normal. I mean, you need an OLED display for good black levels. So, and here I recorded through the lens desktop. Yeah, you can just work with this headset. You don't need the controllers, just your keyboard, your headset, and then you can work with that. And you can read even the small text. If I zoom in, it's just no problem. And sorry for the bad recordings here. When you see it with your real eyes, it's even better than what I recorded here through the lens. It's always hard to record through the lens. You can perfectly work with the desktop. It's not a problem at all. And here, look at this. Look at the text. It's great. You can read everything, absolutely everything, even the sweet spot or edge-to-edge clarity at the edges. You can read everything. Yeah, I mean, here you can see it's a little bit blurry, but this is because I filmed through the lens. With your real eyes, everything is clear. The sweet spot is big. It's great. The display is, and the lenses are really, really good. Here as well. Look at the text. You can even zoom in. Maximum, you can read everything. Just mwah. Great. Colors, no problem. Only thing is the black levels, okay? That I already said, but the colors and everything is just really good. Here are the lenses. These are custom-made variable resolution aspheric lenses. So no Fresnel lenses with these rings. And that means we don't see any God rays or stuff, no reflections. Look at this here, you see that? No God rays at all, just clear picture. It's absolutely no problem. So display and lenses are amazing. But let's talk about the field of view. Perhaps you remember the shitstorms of my older reviews where I listed some values with the ROV test tool. I will not ever again show any values because it's too individual. Yeah, it depends on the shape of your head, how far your eyes are inside your skull. Look at this. My eyes are very far inside. It just depends on your head shape and the eye distance and all the stuff. So what I tell you now is my individual experience. And I can tell you I have a really small field of view with this headset. So if you saw my older reviews of other headsets and you had the same value than me, I think you will have the same experience. Varjo says it's horizontal 115 degrees, and I definitely cannot confirm that. For me, it was even smaller than the Oculus Quest 2. But this is very individual. If you try it, you can have a really huge field of view. But for me, it's small. It's not that bad than the HTC Vive Pro 2 that I call the Kylo Ren headset. But I noticed that. I love the huge field of view like with Pimax headsets or stuff. But this one has a pretty small field of view. I wish it could be a little bit bigger than with the Valve Index. But but it's not for me at least. Yeah? That's what I can tell you. But the display and the lenses are just amazing. So let's talk about the compatible controllers. So first thing is you can also use the headset without any controllers. They don't need to be connected. So if you just want to play flight simulators, racing simulators, then you don't need the controllers. Just use your HOTAS or just keyboard and mouse or whatever. But if you want to play SteamVR games, for example, Half-Life Alyx with controller support, then you can use any Lighthouse controllers. That means you can use the old Vive ones, or you can use the cool index controllers that I really recommend. The index controllers are the best controllers ever. So, in my opinion, so I would recommend them, but you can also use these as long as they support Lighthouse tracking. Yeah, that's awesome. And you can also use any other Lighthouse equipment. That means, for example, the Vive trackers, Tundra trackers, and all the stuff. Everything that's compatible with Lighthouse tracking you can use with the Varjo, and that's a cool thing. Just note that you have to use the base stations there. Let's talk about compatibility with software and games. So this is a good thing because this is Lighthouse compatible, it's SteamVR compatible. That means you can play all the games that you have on SteamVR. At least you can start them. I didn't try all the, 2,000 games, but all the games that I tried did work really good. For example, Half-Life Alyx, this is just nice to play with that because you have the index controllers compatibility, you have the comfort, you can play a long time with this headset. It just works. I also tried the Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's also very, very nice to see. And you can also use, of course, racing simulators, Project Cars 2. That's also possible with this headset. And you can even try to use Revive that fakes Oculus support. That means you can also play for example, Lone Echo 2 with this headset. Normally it would only work on Oculus headset, but with this software you can play it on this as well. So there's also, of course, the software that's programmed only for the Varjo headsets. So for example, there's a demo where you can use the eye tracking. That means when you look at the different locations, something happens. So the software reacts on your eyes, and that's really interesting. The demos of Varjo. So the compatibility with this headset is really great and I cannot complain. So let's talk about the tracking. That's very important for a headset, especially when you want to play like shooters where you have to aim exactly like Onward, Pavlov, or even Half-Life Alyx. And I can tell you this is awesome with this headset because we have the Lighthouse tracking. That means we have to mount two base stations, for example on the tripod or on the wall, where it's better for you. And you can use base stations 1 or base stations 2 from the version, I would say. I still use the stations 1.0 from 2016 and they work without any problems. The headset is tracked perfect and the controllers are tracked perfect as well, the index controllers. So, but if you have the base stations 2, it's also not a problem. So that's, everything is really, really nice. The tracking is absolutely not a problem. Heat development, guys. So this headset has active cooling. We have cooling slots here and here, and I didn't have any problems. The noise of the speaker was not annoying, and also my head didn't get hot or something like that. I think I can definitely give green light here. Let's talk about IPD adjustment. So the cool thing with this Varjo headset is that we have also IPD. That means there are two motors integrated, and with this you can use the integrated eye tracking to scan your IPD, and the motors are going to the right position for your individual IPD, and that's awesome. But If you don't like the auto setting, you can also do manual setting in the software, and then you have an IPD range between 57 to 73 millimeters. And this, I think, is enough. I don't think this is a problem. Most ranges are covered with that. I have an IPD of 60 and there is absolutely no problem. It doesn't feel like I look cross-eyed or something like that, and I don't feel sick or bad after wearing this headset. Everything is fine here. Okay, let's talk about the performance and system requirements. So, I have a high-end PC here. It has a 10900K CPU and an RTX 3090. It's a very powerful PC, so I expected that everything runs very smooth, and this is the case. I tried like Half-Life Alyx, Project Cars 2 and even Flight Simulator that needs a lot of performance, but I never had any problems with big frame drops or something like that. It runs perfect on my system. For my tests I used always the standard settings, of course, like in the Varjo software I used 100%, like this is the standard setting. And in SceneVR I choose everything on automatic settings, and then I played the stuff and it was absolutely no problem, no frame drops. But please note that I have a high-end PC. So here's technical specifications from Varjo, and they have recommended system requirements, and they recommend 4-core CPU and graphic card in RTX 3070 or RTX 2080 with 8 GB of system memory. So I would not recommend this, because guys, when you buy such an expensive headset with an awesome resolution, perfect tracking, a high-end VR headset, why should you have a medium PC? That doesn't make sense for me. So if you buy this headset, please buy a high-end PC as well. Otherwise you perhaps won't have fun with that. So if you have an RTX 3070, you will be able to play a Flight Simulator, but you want to see it in a good quality and not lower the settings. So I would, for this headset, I would recommend an RTX 3090 with a 9900K CPU. That's my opinion. Yeah, that's a good thing. Sorry that I cannot have all the stuff here at home. In the future, far in the future, perhaps I can afford a really big testing laboratory with different PC configurations and stuff. But for this, I really need more support so that I can afford that. So if you want to support me, $1 per month via Patreon or YouTube membership, and then you get behind the scenes videos and early access to my videos. That would be awesome. Just check the first pinned comment. Only $1 per month, or even more if you want to support me more. That would be great. So the performance of this headset is really awesome, and I cannot complain about that. For this good quality what you get, the performance is really good. Let's do a test with glasses. I used very big sunglasses here, and only thing that that's a little bit bad here, you cannot push the head strap up. So it's a little bit tricky to get the glasses under the headset. So do it like this here, I would say. Here, and then tighten it. And then it's not a problem. You can use that. It doesn't touch the lenses. The glasses doesn't touch the lenses, and absolutely no problem. It's not uncomfortable. And then if you want to remove it, it's tricky as well. So just remove the head strap and then touch your glasses here. Otherwise it stays inside the headset. It's a little bit tricky to get inside the headset with the glasses, but it works and it's no other problem there. Let's talk about connectivity. So as there is no integrated sound, we have the 3.5 audio jack at the left side here. Then there is nothing, no hidden connector or something like that, but here is the USB-C that you can remove. and this goes to the connection box. And on the other side we have USB-A 3.0 and display port. This is what you have to connect to your PC, and of course the power plug. And there's integrated Bluetooth, but this is only for the connection to the controllers. If you want to use your Bluetooth headset, then use the Bluetooth of your computer. So yeah, this is everything about connectivity. Let's talk about removable parts on this headset. So there's not much, to be honest. You cannot remove this leather cover and also not this one here, but you can remove the face cover here. That works. It's a Velcro strap here, and you cannot remove this. You cannot remove the whole face gasket, and there's no front unit that you can remove, but you can remove the USB-C cable. So if the cable breaks, you can just replace it. That's awesome, but everything else is like you see it here, you cannot remove it. Let's talk about cleaning the headset. So this is not a positive thing on this headset because it's not so easy to reach all the stuff. The front of, as I said, you see a lot of fingerprints, you have to clean it a lot, but this you can clean good. But all the slots here where there is dust inside, and here the small parts, beneath the rubber material here that you cannot remove, so you have to get behind that. Also here the small slots between the lenses, and here you cannot remove that, you have to get behind all that stuff. So of course everything has advantage and disadvantages. So the advantage here is that you can adjust it to your head, but the disadvantage is that you cannot clean it so good. So you need some Q-tips to reach everything, but I think this is not the most important part, to be honest. Let's talk about sound and microphone. Yeah, done. That's it. So the preview version or the review version that I have doesn't have sound and doesn't have microphone. So I cannot show it to you. But they told me in the release version, I also have a small paper sheet there, it's listed there, that there in the release version will be in-ear headphones included with smart case, but with a metal cover, and that's interesting. So they seem to be made from metal, and you put them in your ears, and then there's a short cable on both sides that leads to the 3.5mm audio jack of the Varjo Aero, and then you can hear sound, and there's also a microphone included then. So problem is I cannot tell you how good that will be because I just don't have it. So I cannot tell anything about sound and microphone. Okay guys, and now you've seen a lot, and let's come to a conclusion. I will just list the pro and cons again of this headset. On the pro side, definitely the awesome display. It's ultra sharp, no screen door effect, nice colors, everything is sharp. You can work, you can read all the text. The lenses are awesome as well. Absolute pure clarity, edge-to-edge clarity, super sweet spot, and no God rays. Then the tracking is perfect. It's the lighthouse tracking. That's the best tracking ever. So the accessories that you can buy are huge. You can use all the lighthouse tracking, like full body tracking and all the stuff. Then IPD adjustment is great. We have a huge range of IPD, and the auto IPD also is very accurate and works very good, as well as the eye tracking with that. And when you see all the Varjo headset, this one has no subscription fees. That means you only pay once and no additional subscription fees. On the con side, I have to list the setup or the software, I would say. Because it's the same, as I said, like the XR3, and there I also had the same problems. You have to disconnect your monitors if you have too many. There are some bugs that you have to restart your PC. Then sometimes it says SteamVR is not active and you cannot start it, although it's already active, and all such stuff. They have to improve the software. That's my opinion. And at least for me, for my individual experience, the field of view is too small with this headset. It's smaller than with the Quest 2 for me. For you it could be different. That's very individual, but for me, I have to put that on the contra side. And of course, the price. When we talk about the price, I have to put that on the contra side because it's $2,000 plus tax. So you will pay over $2,000 for this headset. And when you then compare it to the Valve Index, I mean, the Valve Index has much worse display, of course. You see the screen door effect and stuff. You have no eye tracking and stuff. But is that really worth an additional $1,000? I'm not really sure. So, however, who should buy this headset? Of course, never for VR beginners and not for people that sometimes play VR. This is for enthusiasts that want to have a really good all-round headset with an awesome display, and for business applications, for professionals, and of course for simulation fans. If you want to play a flight simulator or Project Cars 2 or something like that, this is something for you. It's amazing. Of course, there's also the HP Reverb G2, but with this headset you should only play simulators. When you buy this one, you really have an all-round headset. So if you want to play Flight Simulator, you can do that. If you want to play Half-Life Alyx or Onward with really perfect tracking, if you hold the controllers in front of each other, even behind your back, it's still tracked perfect. Then you need this one. And please also consider that you have to buy the controllers additional. So this is additional $300. Yeah. So I would call this the enthusiast all-round headset. Okay. So guys, that was my review of the Varjo Aero. I hope you like this. If yes, give me a thumbs up, and please consider to support me to see more very honest reviews. Only $1 per month, you get behind the scenes videos and early access to my videos. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
VoodooDE